Hello, everyone that's joined. We're just going to wait another minute just for more people to enter the room, and then we'll commence the presentation. Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining. My name is Tim Little. I'm the National Field Sales Manager for Sonnen Australia. I would like to welcome everyone for joining us today as we launch the latest evolution in home energy solutions from Sonnen. We would like to acknowledge this land that we meet on today as the traditional lands of the Kaurna people, and we respect their spiritual relationship with their country. We also acknowledge the Kaurna people as the custodians of the Greater Adelaide region, and their cultural and heritage beliefs are still as important to the living Kaurna people today. Today we'll be giving a brief overview of Sonnen, and then we'll share with you the first look at our new smart home energy storage solution. Throughout the presentation, there will be a couple of polls that we would encourage you to participate in. You can also submit your questions, and given time, we'll try and answer these for you at the end of the presentation. Our vision at Sonnen has always been to provide clean and affordable energy for everyone by challenging the existing energy system in order to accelerate the transition to a clean energy future. We are using the power of the Sonnen community to create the future that is clean, networked, and affordable. This timeline shows Sonnen's journey over the last 11 years. Sonnen was founded in Germany in 2010, and in 2014 we introduced the Sonnen community. In 2015, Sonnen started its global expansion, opening manufacturing facilities in the US, and in 2018 opened its facility here in Adelaide at the old Holden manufacturing plant. In 2019, Sonnen became part of Shell Renewables and Energy Solutions, and Sonnen now has over 70,000 smart home energy systems installed globally. Today, Sonnen has facilities across the globe in Germany, UK, Italy, US and Australia. And from Australia, we also export the sonnenBatterie to New Zealand. All sonnenBatterie models are ready to be connected to the Sonnen community to enable consumers to receive additional value from their investment whilst helping to support the grid. We operate proven technology with over 8 Sonnen VPPs worldwide. In Australia, we offer consumers 2 energy offers, Sonnen Flat and Sonnen Connect, and we have 3 megawatt of capacity registered throughout New South Wales and South Australia, providing grid support services through the FCAS market. And now the time has come to introduce the newest sonnenBatterie. We have listened to the feedback from our consumers and installers who have told us what they desire in a battery system. A high quality battery that can be installed outside, have an inbuilt backup supply with a higher output rate, and a battery that's easy to be installed. Armed with these requirements, we collaborated with our Sonnen colleagues from around the globe, particularly Germany and the US, and we are now very excited to introduce to you the sonnenBatterie Evo. With over 10 generations of sonnenBatterie, the sonnenBatterie Evo is Sonnen's first outdoor rated product, and we are so excited to launch it in Adelaide, Australia, first today.
Sonnen. Energy is yours.
We have delivered on the feedback from the consumers and installers with an easier and quicker installation. IP56 rating, meaning the system can be installed both outdoors and indoors without the increased cost and time to install an additional cabinet. This means there are more options to find a suitable location to install the battery. The sonnenBatterie Evo has fully integrated emergency power supply backup capability with a continuous output of 5 kilowatts and a 7 kilowatt surge capacity. This means that the customer can have more loads connected to the designated supply circuits, also contributing to an easier and quicker installation. There's one capacity of 11 kilowatt hours using the safe, long-lasting LFP battery chemistry that Sonnen's always used. It's an AC coupled solution, so it's suitable for retrofits and new installations. It is German designed and made and comes with Sonnen's industry-leading 10-year, 10,000 cycle warranty. A more compact design than the previous sonnenBatterie models make it easier to install under AS/NZS 5139 installation guidelines. The sonnenBatterie Evo has a modular installation. The system will be delivered in 5 components, again making the installation easier and handling easier. It comes with a main cabinet with the power unit, 2 5.5 kilowatt hour battery modules, a floor mounted plinth with adjustable feet, and an accessory kit. And we're giving a total installed weight of approximately 163.5 kilograms. The cabinet is also fitted with active cooling, and the brushless fans are rated for over 60,000 hours of operation. Simple, easy access external controls include an on-off button, a black start button, which we'll explain later, and an LED status indicator. Similar to the Eclipse from the previous Sonnen models, the LED status indicator pulses and will change colour to indicate different statuses. White for normal, orange for offline or a loss of internet connection, green for no grid connection, and red for a system error. We now have our first poll on the screen on the right-hand side, and we'd appreciate your thoughts. The sonnenBatterie Evo's power unit has been designed, developed, and manufactured by Sonnen. This gives us greater flexibility and control in the development and design. The power unit has proven reliability, having been part of the Sonnen core battery model in the US since October 2020. Maximum charge discharge rate of 5 kilowatts, an increase from the 3.3 kilowatt of our previous model. The sonnenBatterie Evo is an AC coupled only model, suitable for new and existing solar PV installations. This also helps with some network approvals that can be complicated using an AC coupled hybrid model. sonnenBatterie Evo is a single phase model. However, like previous Sonnen models, we provide a 3-phase energy meter that can be programmed using an LCD screen to read all 3 phases of a site. And then the sonnenBatterie will react based on the information received from across all 3 phases, and net metering will net the readings from all 3 phases for the customer's billing. The sonnenBatterie Evo has a wide operating temperature range, which also helps with greater efficiencies in outdoor conditions. The power unit itself has a high efficiency of 94.4%. Custom Sonnen Module 4 with custom BMS designed by our Sonnen R&D team in Germany. We continue the Sonnen tradition of using safe and long-lasting LFP chemistry, which is cobalt-free. Cobalt is a toxic heavy metal that can be mined unethically and also reduces the recyclability of battery cells. Each battery module has a capacity of 5.5 kilowatt hours, giving the sonnenBatterie Evo a usable capacity of 10 kilowatt hours. Each module has a nominal voltage of 102.4 VDC, paired in series, giving the system a total nominal voltage of 204.8 VDC. Easy installation was a key requirement of sonnenBatterie Evo, and this has been achieved by maintaining a modular design, reducing the total weight of the system. Rear and side options for cable and comms entry. This allows for neat installs, whilst flexibility in design depending on the site requirements. Pre-wired Wago push terminals for quick and easy connection, and molded battery terminals for quick and easy connection as well. Local installation, service and warranty support based in Adelaide, with a growing team of technical and customer service agents. We also have an in-house engineer that can assist with system design, and we have a local installer trainer available to support your future installations. The sonnenBatterie Evo has integrated EPS backup functionality. This means no additional connections box or Sonnen Protect unit, again making for an easier installation. The backup supply is a 5 kilowatt continuous and a nominal current of 21.7 amps. It has a surge capacity for 5 seconds of 7.2 kVA and 100 millisecond surge of, say, 8.6 kVA. The higher output enables more circuits to be connected to the EPS supply, meaning the customer can use more appliances when there is a grid outage, and also reducing the time and cost to separate designated circuits in the customer's board. The sonnenBatterie Evo can process 6 kilowatt of AC coupled PV inverter on its backup circuit and an unlimited amount on the grid side. The sonnenBatterie Evo also has a black start function. If there is a grid outage and the sonnenBatterie Evo still has storage capacity available, it is able to provide a grid reference to the AC coupled PV inverter, creating its own microgrid, allowing the backup circuits to continue to be supplied by PV if it is available, and also recharge the battery system for use when the PV stops producing. If the sonnenBatterie Evo's capacity is depleted, then when the PV generation of the AC coupled PV inverter is greater than the load in the home, the customer can press the black start button on the side of the Evo, and it will again send a grid reference to the inverter, creating its own microgrid, and then again supplying power to the EPS circuits and recharge the battery. The sonnenBatterie Evo has a number of operation modes built in. Self-consumption, which is the normal mode of operation, where excess PV is used to charge the battery, and when the customer's load is greater than the PV being generated, the battery will discharge to help cover. There are time of use management to take advantage of the time of use tariffs that are becoming more and more common across the networks. Numerous settings can be implemented to make sure that the battery is charged either from PV or from the grid to help cover those peak tariff type periods. All sonnenBatterie batteries are enabled to join one of the Sonnen VPP offers, Sonnen Flat or Sonnen Connect. Sonnen Connect is a VPP offer where, in return for the customer letting their battery be used to help support the grid via FCAS demands, they can earn extra value to help improve with the return on investment. With Sonnen Connect, the customer has the freedom to stay with their electricity retailer of choice and will receive all of the benefits like feed-in tariff, cheap rates and discounts. And in addition, Sonnen will pay them a $100 sign-up bonus and then 82 cents per day for every day that they are connected, whether their battery is called upon to provide services or not. Integrated backup function, as previously discussed, with the customer having the ability to set and change their backup buffer to ensure they have stored power for an unexpected event. All sonnenBatterie customers also get access to the new customer portal. The portal lets the customer see the historical data for their battery. The customer can also see the live data from the system, including AC coupled PV, the status of the battery, and also the cycle count of their battery. They can also receive news updates from Sonnen, adjust their backup buffer, and notify the service team if there's an issue with their battery. The portal is available in web form, but also through smartphone apps, giving your customer power at their fingertips as they can check and review in real time the activity of their sonnenBatterie. Our second poll is now available on the right-hand side. In summary, we are really excited to be able to introduce to you the new sonnenBatterie Evo today. The sonnenBatterie Evo delivers to the market a battery that is rated for outdoor installation, has integrated backup capability with a 5 kilowatt output, has an easy installation, has safe, long-lasting battery chemistry, is German designed and made with a 10-year, 10,000 cycle warranty and locally supported. For more information on the sonnenBatterie Evo, including pricing, pre-orders for the first stock arriving in Q1 next year, you can contact one of our 3 national distributors, AC Solar Warehouse, Green Tech or TradeZone. You can contact Sonnen directly with the details you see on the screen here, or you can get in contact with your local Sonnen regional sales manager. And we'd like you to stay tuned for upcoming road shows and installer trainings that will be happening early next year. Thank you for joining. We've had some questions come through during the presentation, so we will try and answer some of those in the time remaining. Any detailed installation questions can be addressed further by contacting Sonnen direct, or also at our upcoming installing events that will be announced for early next year. For this part, I'd like to introduce Zaf, who was our marketing manager for Sonnen Australia, to help read out some of the questions.
Thanks, Tim, for that exciting product walkthrough. Just to let you all know that Sonnen has a local marketing support available for all our partners. So feel free to get in touch with us via the contact details you see on your screen. And now we'll get to some of the questions. Please feel free to enter them into the chat or Q&A section on the right-hand side of the screen. We have a question here from Sean. Can the system take more battery?
Take more battery. The system itself is just a one size offer at the moment, which is a 11 kilowatt or 10 kilowatt hour usable. So you can have multiple systems installed together, but the battery itself is not expandable past 10 kilowatts.
Tony asks here, does the installation require an electrician and a separate circuit?
Yeah, so all batteries do need to be installed by a certified electrician, but also a CEC certified battery installer. As well as that, there is also a Sonnen accreditation that is done online to make sure that the installer is aware of the process on how to install the Sonnen, and therefore hopefully have an easier and better experience and make that process go smoother as well.
Will it be made in Australia?
No, the sonnenBatterie Evo will be made in Germany. I guess in order to bring the sonnenBatterie Evo to the market quickly, we need to produce the first generation in Germany. Sonnen Australia will, though, maintain its production facility in Adelaide for future plans and expansion.
Fabio asks here, would multiple batteries work in parallel on the backup circuit?
That's probably a question I'd need to get back. I think, yeah, if that's okay, we could get back to you.
Sure.
Hang on that.
We have another question here, confirming that the sonnenBatterie Evo can act as a grid reference to any inverter system during a blackout.
That's correct. So if the grid's goes down, then the Sonnen can provide that grid reference to produce that microgrid.
A question from Matthew: how easy is it to add two batteries to a single phase or three phase and have them coupled? Will the single phase make the second battery a slave battery? How does that work? How does it work?
There are other options depending on whether we're just doing the Sonnen or whether you're using a third-party device. So we would recommend talking to our in-house engineer for more details on how to do that.
A question from Andy: what are the accessories needed for the installation?
In the accessory kit, there would be obviously some cables and connections, but also the three-phase energy meter that we supply as well. Outside of that, the only thing that the installer may need would be, if it's a three-phase site, they would need to purchase an LCD screen to reprogram the energy meter.
Gary asks, with the blackout protection, how does that work? Does the house need to be wired with a separate circuit?
So the still designated circuits, but the previous sonnenBatterie was a 10 amp supply, so this one has a 20 amp supply, so it means you can have more circuits wired into that backup circuit.
Great. When are the sonnenBatteries available?
Yeah, so we expect the first lot of sonnenBatterie Evos to be available early Q1 next year. So again, we recommend getting in touch with one of our 3 distributors or contacting Sonnen direct in order to place your orders on that stock that's coming in initially.
Dom asks, can the Evo be installed with a 5 kilowatt hour of storage? So just one battery module?
No, the sonnenBatterie Evo is just the one size. So it's again the 11 kilowatts or 10 kilowatts usable.
Tony asks, does it work with a solar and V2G system?
I would need to get back to Tony on that one.
We have a question around can the battery be installed outside without the special casing?
Yep, so that's I guess the beauty of the sonnenBatterie Evo, and one of the prerequisites of the design is that the cabinet that the sonnenBatterie comes in is an IP56 rated cabinet. So when we refer that to previous Sonnen modules, there's no additional outdoor cabinets that's required other than the main cabinet that the sonnenBatterie Evo is part of.
Andy asks, can it be installed off-grid? Can it be installed for off-grid systems?
We probably haven't really investigated that too much. It can provide a false grid reference, but Sonnen's main focus is on grid-connected batteries that we supply. So again, that we could talk on that one further with our in-house engineer.
Gary asked, will it recharge in a blackout with a AC solar system?
So the answer to that is to yes. So there's two ways that it will do that. If the battery has got still has got capacity in it, then it will automatically send a grid reference to the AC coupled inverter to create that microgrid, and then it will discharge to cover the loads. It will also use any PV that's available to help supply that load and charge the battery as well. If the battery is fully depleted, then once there is available solar, then we can press the black start button on the side to send that grid reference to the AC coupled inverter, and then it will create its own mini grid again and supply that designated circuit again using the PV solar generation as well as the battery, as charging the battery.
Great. What is the price of the sonnenBatterie Evo?
Yeah, for pricing at this stage, we are directing people back to one of our 3 national distributors, as on the screen. So, as your Solar Warehouse, Green Tech, and Trade Zone, or you can contact Sonnen direct for more information on partnering on pricing, but also becoming a Sonnen partner as well.
Can this system be wall mounted?
The sonnenBatterie is actually floor mounted, so it does come with the plinth with the adjustable legs. So it's not a floor mounting option. You can there are stabilizers that you can attach to the wall, but the battery itself is floor mounted.
All right. It looks like we've answered all the questions here, Tim. And look, if you do have any other further questions, please feel free to reach out to us, to our RSMs, or to the contact details you see on the screen there.
Cool. Thank you. Thanks everyone again for joining, and we look forward to speaking to you soon. Thank you.